Welcome back to another video with Carl's Garage, and in today's video we are going to attack all of the stickers on the Chevy Impala. If you don't know, I've been rebuilding this thing for a while now, so now since the whole thing is mechanically sound, everything from the wheel bearings to new suspension, to new brake rotors and pads, got the motor mount up top, everything lights, everything is ready to go. Seat belts on the inside, I fixed that seat switch. AC actuators work. This thing is mint. I actually drove it yesterday to try to go get an inspection. It failed the inspection due to a few other things, but I'm gonna fix those things and get it right. But today's the big project is getting off all of these stickers. I've been able to get away driving it for a little bit, but again, you do not want to drive a car like this with all these types of stickers because you do not want to be pulled over and actually not be a patrol officer. But I always keep my paper with me to prove like, hey, I own this car. So let's go ahead, I'm gonna show you guys a really cool trick, how to get these stickers off your car without any Googone or anything, stuff like that. I have a really cool tool that'll just erase it off. So let's go ahead, let's get into this video. All right, guys, so we need to remove this patrol and to serve and protect. I actually need to remove all of this. The guy who I bought the car from, he did remove the lights on the top, and he did start to remove the stickers, but as you can see, there's a lot of glue left over. A really good idea, if you want, you can leave it out in the sun and it'll make this glue a little soft, but I actually want the glue to be a little bit hard because when I use this eraser wheel, whenever my wife wants to move her stuff out the way, whenever I use this eraser wheel, which I hope is enough, I hope that this is enough to remove all the glue that's gonna be behind this and all this glue here. So this right here might not be enough because this sign right here is pretty big. Now again, you can use like a heat gun, you can use Googone, but I'll show you guys here in a second how fast this right here removes the glue. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hook this up, and then let's go ahead and start removing this glue. And as always, before I get into actually starting on the vehicle, I do wanna give a huge shout out to Superclean. Superclean has always been there for me. They've continued to send out products, and I think actually I will be using Superclean when I detail this car, especially the door jambs. I did use Superclean, but I didn't film it whenever I detailed the inside of the car. I did use Superclean because it was super dirty. And I used Superclean as a mixture to get, whenever I extracted, I used that extractor right there. I used that extractor over there, kind of get a lot of the dirt out of the mat. So the interior of the car is clean, but I will be using a solution of Superclean to kind of coat this engine bay and use a brush and everything and clean that up. And then if there's any residual stuff left over, after I eraser wheel all the glue off, I will be using Superclean to take that off. I might dilute it because Superclean is very strong and I don't want it to mess up the paint, but I will be using Superclean. So I just want to say thank you guys for continuing to send the products and continuing to help this channel. So what we're gonna do here is this. I'm gonna zip it off. So I'm gonna go ahead and start my eraser wheel. I got it spinning this way. Oh, actually, no, I need to spin it. See, sometimes whenever you spin it, you gotta be careful which way you spin it because it wants to spin off. So I'm gonna try spinning it counterclockwise and see if it tries to come off of the wheel. But all you gotta do is just be very careful when spinning it. Yep. And that definitely cleans up this area right here. As you can see, I've cleaned up that area right there, but this is why I think Superclean is gonna come in handy after to clean up the rest of the residue. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this and let's see if we can get rid of this top part, see how long this eraser will last. Oh, also be very careful. This wants to get hot and you don't wanna work on one area too much and burn through the paint. And this is only one stage paint. This is a Mako paint job. This car used to be jet black, so it's white now, so I want to be very careful. That's why I'm going to be kind of delicate. And I might actually back the car out into the sun and let it heat up a little bit so that this stuff can just come right off. I peel this right here. Okay, so there's not too much glue here. Is this paint or is this glue? Oh, that looks like paint right there. Let me see. Okay, that is glue. So, okay, so this right here, I thought it was paint. I thought it was primer, but it's actually just glue. This is coming up easy, but I don't know about this part underneath. One part off. Let's pray that this is as easy as up here. So far, so good. I'm only looking at, so far, so good. It's just looking like this part. So that helps me out tremendously. If all I have to do is clean up this won't take that long. I can use chemicals and Googone and the eraser wheel. It won't be that bad. I want to see my eraser wheel works on this chrome to get off all this plastic dip, because I did plastic dip this right here black back when the car was black and I had the car fully blacked out back when I used to run a security company. But now I am gonna repaint this. I probably will go back with plastic dip. Great fix at the time, and I don't want to have to tape off too much. I just want to be able to spray it and we'll go. I want to see if this takes it off. Yeah, it's not that, ooh, that's hot. Come on, don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't touch it right after you just use it. Like I said, it gets really hot with that eraser wheel. That's probably gonna be a fat blister. But all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this off, and then probably do this with gloves, so that if you do touch it. But I'll probably use a chemical to get the plastic dip off, and then use the eraser wheel to get the rest of this off. Wow, this is coming off a lot better than I thought. Thank you. Oh, it's starting to rip. Oh, dang it, it got the paint. Yep, so that's paint right there. Damn. And I do have a plan to spot paint some places. I plan to spot paint it up there. If I have to sand this down and kind of blend in here, I will. If I want to use some of my, we also offer a product called UV DTF stickers. So I might put Flash Custom Transfers on this car and kind of have it as like our marketing car. Oh wow, look at that. That's coming right up from the paint. Yep, so I might create a Flash Custom Transfer sticker or something. Again, this is just our beater car, but it looks like that they put a white piece of vinyl down the car to cover up where they took off these side things. So I actually have these in the trunk. So that's a pretty cob job right there related to electric. Okay, so you can't pop the trunk unless the battery's in, and the battery's out of the car right now. But either way, yeah, this is a bad, whoever painted this did a really bad job. Now I could try to paint match this, but I don't know what white this is. So anyway, we're gonna take these stickers off. Maybe I'll just leave this there. I'm gonna leave that like that. See if I can peel it like this to leave that little white thing. Let you go flat right there. Now that I know it exists, since they left just a little piece of vinyl right there, leave that white piece of vinyl right there. So it's super ugly, and it's almost impossible to color match. Yeah, I don't know why they would do that. I don't know why they would strip that if they're gonna strip it the way that they did. This is what people do to their cars. So we got that off. I'm gonna try to use some eraser wheels, see what I can do with this right here. Remember, I'm not staying in one spot. I'm kind of gradually going up and down, left and right, so that this way I don't overheat in one spot, especially with this paint being as crappy as it is. Want to grab a rag and some super cleaner. I have any super cleaner? Yeah, I got some. Grab a rag and see what happens. Yep. And just like I said, they're super clean. Once you it gets rid of most of that residue, starts to really clean it up. So I'm gonna go through, finish this up with the drill, then go over it with some super clean. I might have to do a couple passes. Let's see what we get at the end. So this is what this section looks like with just one little sweep and then a little bit of super clean. Now I'm gonna go over and do this whole thing. We're gonna try to get it back. So, like I said, I was using, as you can see, I got a lot of it off with super clean. And again, this is why I have to continue to give them shout outs under all circumstances, because whenever you see on YouTube, you'll see videos like Googone or an eraser wheel, right? So if you notice right here, this is a lot lighter than this right here. And I can show you as an example right here, but I've got super clean soaking in to this glue, and you see how dark it is right here? Let's just go ahead and take this rag and let's just wipe. And look at that. It's coming right off. I've never, in my 38 years, well, I'm 38, but let's say I started, at 8, working on cars with my father, which is around the time I did. Look how easy that wiped off. And I never let the super clean soak right here. I was kind of soaking it right here and then letting it drizzle down, and I was wiping it just to test it. But this is how good super clean is. So the eraser wheel is kind of null and void, because all I have to do, and I might just spray it on here to soak it in here, but what I'm doing is I'm just kind of soaking it, and we'll do it right here live. So I'm just spraying it in there just to soak it, and then I'm taking my rag so it doesn't go onto the paint. So I'm letting it absorb. So it is 4:18 now. We'll let that absorb for a few minutes. Let me spray a little more in there. And it's not eating away at the paint. It's not damaging the paint. Again, I'm wiping it from the paint. But as you can see, even just spraying it, it starts to bring and break up all that stuff. So I'm just gonna use super clean. This video went from being about an eraser wheel to using Superclean. I'll go ahead and make that thumbnail. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and make that thumbnail as this dribbles down the paint because we don't want it to mess up the paint, even though the paint's already jacked up. But yeah, anybody out there, guys, use Superclean to take off the glue on your car, because I'm about to use Superclean, let it soak in here, and we're about to take it off. So it's actually, what is it, 419? 419, we'll wait another 2 minutes. We'll wait 1 more minute. I'll spray a little more in there. Not that much, I'm barely spraying it on there. You don't even hear it, like the thing moving. And actually I'll use this, whatever I'm soaking up, I'll use over here to soak it in there, these parts over here. And then at the 420 mark is when I'll take the rag, microfiber rag, and wipe it off. And actually I use these rags to do the interior of my car, so I'm gonna have to get some new ones. But again, this is why I swear by this product. I'm accidentally figuring this out. I'm not doing this because I'm using an eraser wheel and it's looking like that. And then I'm finding out the Supercolor is taking it off, and I'm like, even look, the little bit of Supercolor that I have. Supercolor, I keep saying Supercolor, I'm sorry guys. My business deals with transfers and I keep saying Supercolor. I'm so sorry, I saw that I did that in my last video. Superclean, super clean, super clean, I'm so sorry. The Superclean, that the little bit of Superclean that's left even on the rag is cleaning up this area here. And even if I spray just a tad, oh crap, sorry. I'm watching the Mayweather Hatton fight. See, look at that. Just a little tiny bit. That's not even letting it soak in. You just rub with it, it just erases. So this Superclean is extremely strong. I was not thinking that this was gonna work. I was thinking I was gonna have to eraser wheel everything, but I wonder does Superclean work on, I'm gonna let it sit in here on this plastic dip. So we have that little section right there. So we're gonna let that sit right there, and we're gonna attack this area right here. Let's go. I have the corner of my rag. Let's see if we can make a streak right. This is live, this is happening right now. Just my finger. Wow. That's insane. That's insane. Now again, there is some left over because that's that second layer, because this layer is really big. So instead of erasing it, I'm just gonna do a few applications of Superclean until it's all clean. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. So as you can see, there's a bunch of eraser wheel residue right here. The reason why is, so I'm spraying the Superclean on into like the second layer, and it's not coming off as fast as I want. It's still coming off, as you can see. But it's, see, oh, it's getting lighter and lighter and lighter. So I would have to do a lot of applications, or you can just use the eraser wheel, and as you can see, it's coming off like butter. So I'm actually gonna use a combination of Superclean, which seems to be breaking down the glue, and then I'm able to erase it super fast, and it's actually erasing it clear versus erasing it and leaving this residue. So definitely use this combination. Use a combination of Superclean, purchase it. I'll put a link in the description down below. Purchase that, spray that, especially if you got big areas. So I got this area here. I don't know what this looks like underneath. And then I've got the exact same thing on the other side of the car. So I've got a lot of areas. I probably will end up using this entire bottle of Superclean, but this stuff helps tremendously, tremendously. It saves the job. But let me go ahead, let me just keep hacking at this and try to knock this out. I am completely a mess. If we shake this off here, shake off all this dust, all this eraser wheel dust, we can see that we are basically done. We're probably about 90% there. I'm just gonna probably use Superclean to clean up all this stuff right here, all this residue, all this yellow eraser wheel dust. I'll clean up all this, but it did an amazing job. Yeah, between, like I said, between the product, this right here kind of dried it out. I do have to get up under there, but I'll use Superclean. I'll just let it soak and scrub that off by hand, or maybe take the wheel off and push it in there because it's not really able to get in there with the drill button. I'm gonna go ahead, clean this up, try to clean the entire door up, and look at the final product. All right, guys, so this is it. This right here, this is paint chip or something like that, but look how clean it is. Now, there is a little bit of yellow because I, like a dummy, after I left all the, I was trying to clean it and I left some of the yellow eraser wheel dust on there. So you do see kind of like a little bit of yellow hinting, especially in there. See right there, that's not a good idea. Make sure you clean it off first before you use any type of cleaner. So now that, look, I can even see myself. So remember what this looked like before, and now, you know, look at it now, it's amazing. So now I'm gonna move on to the other pieces, knock everything else out around the car and just use the same exact process. But I don't think everything is gonna be as tough as that. So let's see. All right, this sucks. So there was a lot of glue underneath this. So I'm gonna do the same process I did there. Start spraying it with some Superclean. Let that Superclean kind of sit in. Now what's different is this glue is actually pretty tacky because I just peeled the sticker off. That glue up there had a chance to sit in the elements and kind of dry out. So I'm gonna see if there's a big difference between doing the same process with tacky glue that's still kind of fresh. So with just a little bit of, I sprayed some down there, I actually wiped it, so we'll pick a different section, but with a little bit of Superclean, it does want to just come right off. It's like Superclean is eating through that glue, and we're able to get it off by just rubbing it, and it's just melting away. So this right here is just Superclean. That's it. Better than Googone, better than anything else that I've ever used. You gotta like let all that other stuff, and look how clean it is. You gotta let all that other stuff sit for a while. So I'm just gonna keep rubbing at it with some Superclean, see what happens. So actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch to this can Superclean, switch to this, because this leaves a nice foam and it should sit and kind of eat away at that glue. So let's, just a little bit, and just let it sit there and eat away at that glue. Now I could go over with some regular, but I'm just gonna let it sit there for a second. And then once it goes down, or turns like a little, it should turn like a little purple, you should just be able to wipe it away. Again, thank you Superclean for sending me these products. So it's starting to drip. Let's just start rubbing and see what happens. So definitely the thin lines come away. Oh yeah, that does too. All you gotta do, you don't even have to rub hard. Pick up some more down here, kind of rub it in. What I like is that this is even a one-stage paint, but it's not affecting the paint at all, because I'm trying not to spread too much dust with that thing over there. I'm just rubbing and rubbing, and it's just eating away at it. So I'll do a couple passes of this, of both of them together, and we'll knock this out. All right, guys, so we are making progress. That only took me about 15 minutes, and I actually did not use their eraser wheel. I just used Superclean. But that's what I'm gonna use for the rest of the car. I'm not even gonna waste any time. So we're here, we got this done, we got this done. Now I'm gonna do that. Rear quarter panel, rear bumper, and just continue to just do everything all the way around the car. So next is this big piece right there, and I pray there's not a lot of glue, because under here there wasn't a lot of glue. So I'm praying there's not a lot of glue, and all I gotta do is just these little fender parts. I get this piece right here. Remember, we're gonna leave this white. Oh, dang it, I might not have a choice. I might have to take it off. If I have to, I have some white up there. I can, I know it's not this white. It's more like this white, but if I have to, I'll tape it off and spray it. Maybe use some plastic dip or something, I don't know. I do have the things that go right here in the trunk, and I might put those back and then spray around it. I don't know. I hope I don't have to repaint this whole door, but I'm gonna try to do the best I can to leave this white strip right here. I can drive with that. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for this Carl's Garage video. As you can see, I still have this side to do, and this stupid thing back here, but I'm just gonna zip this off with the eraser wheel. But be very careful with that eraser wheel, man, because I was using it here and it chipped off. But look at the final result, guys. We have got everything off again. Really don't know why they decided to, they painted them and then they removed them. I could see all four are back here. So I could well, all four were back here. 1, 2, 3. There is another one around here somewhere. I was playing with it, so yeah. Hopefully all four are back here. I'm thinking about putting it back, but I don't know. Either painting in that area, but then again, there's like little holes. It's best to just leave them and paint over them, which they did, but then they removed them for the stickers, because I guess they couldn't get the stickers to stick. So I don't know. I think it was pretty dumb, but either way, they're off. So then after I do this, I need to clean the outside. I need to detail the outside. It's best, I'm not gonna do a crazy detail, because I still need to change that side mirror and the other one. For the most part, it's done. Again, this is just a beater car. This is whenever we're not driving that baby right there, I will drive this, or if my wife and I have to, go in two separate directions. So we love driving this everywhere we go, but now we have a second car just in case of emergencies. We got kids playing dual sport, so it's a lot going on. But that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Thank you for tuning in. And I use Superclean the most. I did just zip off that, but whenever you do it, especially in white, and this is single stage, be careful, because their eraser wheel leaves a yellow haze in the paint. I don't know if that'll actually ever come out. So that's why I've been trying to use Superclean the most, because it doesn't leave like a yellow haze in the paint. Outside of that, guys, I truly appreciate everything. Stay tuned for the next video when I show you how to clean the engine, and then I'll kind of wrap up the entire build, and maybe I'll post it for sale. I don't know, but maybe if you guys want one, like I said, it runs great, everything's perfect. So I'm just gonna get it registered and stuff like that, and then start using it. All right, guys, be basic. Peace. Thank you guys for watching that video. Truly appreciate it. And don't forget to head on over to flashcustomtransfers.com/apparel and get our brand new Kia Sucks t-shirts. Yes, I actually created these t-shirts with my company, Flash Custom Transfers. I designed these myself. I just got them, putting them on the website. So you can head on over to flashcustomtransfers.com and get you a Kia Sucks t-shirt, in boys and in girls. So get one for your wife, get one for your sister, get one for your nephew, get one for your brother. And definitely let's help spread the word. These t-shirts will help me continue to make videos and actually make higher quality videos and get more information out there about how bad these Kias are and how much, heartache they're causing people and all types of other situations. So again, thank you for watching the video, and make sure you head on over to flashcustomtransfers.com/apparel, or just head on over to the main website, hit more, click apparel, and get you a new Kia Sucks t-shirt. Thank you guys very much. Stay tuned for the next video.